Hello everyone. Sai here. Thank you so much for joining me on the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. It is almost Easter, which means I'm going to be creating another Easter card. It's one of those holidays that I just love. I love the colors. I love the elements of it. I don't celebrate it too much now as I have grown up, but I still have that nostalgic feeling inside, and I just love everything about it. And Trinity Stamps has nailed it with the perfect dies and stamps. And so I'm going to create one more Easter card, and it's going to be using the Easter basket, which is part of the egg-shaped card add-on. There is the sugar egg builder, which I had created a video last time, but we're pretty much just wanting that little middle egg. This little one here is just the perfect size for an A2 size card. And then for a sentiment, I'm thinking about using this exceptional sentiments. It has so many fun sentiments here. I've already stamped so many of them, but I don't think I'm going to use black, so I'll probably have to do this again. But these are the stamps and dies that I'm planning on using to create a simple Easter card. There is going to be a bit of die cutting, but I think it turns out quite nice. So let's get crafting. So for the first steps, I'm going to speed up this quite fast just to get through it, but I'm going to be die cutting and inking some elements pulled from the Easter basket die set that you see there on the right hand side of the screen. What we're going to do is decorate an Easter egg with all these little elements. So I don't really know how many I need. So when it's something like this, we definitely want to go over how many we have. So 4 bunnies, they're quite large. That's definitely going to be enough. 5 little flowers, and then we'll cut 5 equal centers of the yellow cardstock, and then a bunch of Easter eggs. This is cut in some pink cardstock. I chose the biggest, or the medium and the small egg size. You can tell there's a bigger one, but I felt that was a little bit too big with the bunnies. And then we'll cut out a bunch of jelly beans out of the blue colored cardstock. This one comes in 3s, but these are actually perfect for filling in empty spaces. So we'll cut out a bunch of those to make them so they're not so flat. And there's definitely no problems with keeping your images flat with just the color of your cardstock. But if you want to add a little bit of dimension, we can grab some inks. So for this creamy colored, I used very, very light gray. I didn't know what other color to use. I felt yellow was not the appropriate color, but so we used gray. For the bunnies, I'm going to be using wilted violet. And for these shadings, I'm going to be using the shading Sidekick from Trinity Stamps. That's a nice little brush to hold while doing small, meticulous little areas, especially when you see me coloring these eggs, which I'm now coloring in picked raspberry. And I'm just being very, very light. I'm dabbing most of the ink on the side and then pulling it back in just to get some very light shading. And then for the jelly beans, I mean, you could have gone without, but I've used Salted Ocean just to very lightly coat some of them and making sure that you don't see my finger blocking some of the ink, but it's very, very light. So now we pretty much got all of our elements done. That didn't take too long. It's just, if you do the inking, it does take a little bit longer. Now we're going to take the sugar egg building die set. We're going to grab that medium-sized egg and we're going to cut that out of some white cardstock. That could have been done with printer paper, anything that you're using for masking, because we're going to be using to do some inking. Then we're going to we're going to put that aside and we'll bring out some more colored cardstock. These are going to be strips of the darker version of the elements that we use. So we have the darker purple, a darker pink, yellow, and blue. Each one of these strips is cut down to 4 inches by just over 1/4 of an inch. The blue one, I'm actually going to do a little bit longer and then we'll cut off the excess. That way, if I happen to cut things just a little bit too short, I have room for wiggle room. But essentially they're just one fraction of an inch off of 1/4. So I guess that's like 5/8. Is that no, that can't be 5/8. It's 5/16. Maybe that's what it is. Anyways, a fractionist of a quarter of an inch. Once we're all cut all those pieces off, we're going to glue this down to a piece of scrap cardstock measuring 4 inches by 5 1/4. And this is going to be our panel that we're going to be gluing to our card base. Let's bring back that egg shape that we cut from white cardstock. Like I said, this could have been printer paper or masking tape. And we're going to just cover our image because we're going to bring back those inks that we used for our elements. And we're going to start inking the background just slightly where the egg is. So I'll speed this up just a tad. And we're going to go with the purple on the top, matching the ink. We'll do yellow next so that we don't destroy our shading buddy, our shading sidekick with different colors. I don't think it would actually wreck it. I just like to make sure it stays yellow. And then we'll do pink and we'll do blue. It's okay if you go over, if you want to get a little green in there like I did, that's fine. Just don't go too much because we don't want to lose all that yellow. And then we'll toss that aside. We can always make a card with that pretty egg. But now what we're going to do is bring back that die one more time. And we're going to just outline it with a pencil. Because what we're going to do is we're going to start designing our egg. And then we're going to cut it out afterwards. But we want to make sure that all of our elements are nice and arranged on this egg, following inside of that line, because we know that that line is bigger than what it's going to cut because we traced on the outside. You could have traced on the inside, but then you have to be very cautious that you go further than that line. So in this case, I know that anything that's touching that line is definitely going to be cut off and a little bit inwards. So let's just fill it up. I've put my 3 bunnies down. I decided that the 4th was not needed. And then we'll put some flowers. I snipped one of them in half just to kind of make sure I have enough of them. Fill them in with some pink eggs. And now that that's all done, let's fill in a lot of this white space with these blue jelly beans. It is a lot of white, but because we have so much color and our card base is going to be white, I think it's going to be okay. So let's line that egg back up, go through our die cutting machine, and there you go. So just because we now cut that and we don't have it inked anymore, let's go bring back the purple and redo some of these using the shading sidekick. And just around the edges, just slight, just make it look like it's actually still blended like it was before. And we'll do the same for the pink and the eggs. I'm not worrying about the tiny little one. We'll just do the 2 bigger ones right there. And now we have our focal image completed and we're ready to start assembling this card. Of course, we don't have our sentiment yet, but we will worry about that in a minute. I have taken some scrap cardstock. I have so much white cardstock. I've just layered it 3 times, and then we'll just put it behind this egg so it's propped up. You can also use your foam tape or foam squares. They all work. They all do quite nice jobs, but when I have scrap papers, I do like to use that as well. And we'll just line that up so that our shading is centered. Now let's glue this down onto our card base and we're almost at the home stretch of finishing this card. I'm just going to use this pear blossom ruler to try to perfectly align this at 1/8 of an inch. And there we go. Okay, for the sentiment, we're going to go quite easy. Let's take that egg-shaped die one more time and we'll cut out this yellow strip. I'm going to line it up exactly where I want it and then cut it. This is a yellow that is the light version that we've used on the flowers. And then we'll bring in some yellow using that shading sidekick again to go around all the edges just so that everything is inked accordingly. Sometimes if you ink your whole card but you don't do one piece, it stands out a little bit more than it should because everything all has this dimension, this definition, shading, let's say. And then this one piece doesn't. It will stand out. So there we go. This makes it look like it really ties in with the back. So the next step is we'll grab the stamps from the Exceptional Sentiments, and I'm going to be using the one Your Exceptional, and I'm going to ink this up with some embossing ink on some darker yellow cardstock. I'm hoping that the white will be fine on this. I try to find a dark yellow that will still have, that you can still see the white on. I think it's okay, but it is a little bit on the light side. But I think that if we did black ink, it just wouldn't look that nice compared to the white. So I'm going to do this twice just to make sure I have a nice good coating. And then we will dump some white embossing powder all over this, like so. And then we will start heat setting this with our heat gun. I think that my Your didn't get the best coating. I'm just seeing that now. But it's not bad. No, it's not bad. There we go. And then I will die cut those using the coordinating dies. And now we have the perfect sentiment for this card. Let's go ahead and start gluing down the rest of the pieces. Well, we've already cut this, so we know exactly where that's going to fit. And then I'm going to grab my tweezers so that I can center this as best as I can. I'm getting used to using my tweezers. I find that you have a lot more control and you can visually see where things are laying down. So it's actually quite nice to get used to. And we'll just place that down like that. And it's a little bit bare because of that banner. So I'm going to bring out that last flower that we didn't use and I die cut. Thankfully, it's left over. And we're just going to glue that right on top of that banner to tie the whole thing together. And there is my Easter card using these fantastic Trinity Stamps products. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you've been having fun with the products that have been released and creating a lot of fun projects. Until the next time, have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.